Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to Note to Self. Today's episode is for the creatives, the intuitives, the soul led entrepreneurs, and honestly, anyone who's ever asked the question, can I really make money by just being me? The answer, yes. 1,000 times yes. But most of us were taught something very different. We were taught to get in line, to go get a degree, to find something secure, to squeeze ourselves into a version of success that maybe never really felt like ours. And if you're like me, there probably came a moment, maybe even recently, when you realized, I don't want to keep hustling to make money, doing something that feels out of alignment with who I am. I want to be abundant and authentic. I want to do work I am proud of, work that actually lights me up. And that's what today's episode is all about: aligned income. It's the concept and the practice of earning money by becoming more of who you are, not less. So let's walk through what that actually means and how to begin. So, aligned income is money that flows from the expression of your truth. It's income that doesn't require you to mask or mold yourself. It comes through your gifts, your voice, your presence, your essence. Here's a visual to help that ground even more. Imagine you've been walking through life wearing a heavy coat. It's not even yours. Maybe it belonged to your parents, your culture, your past. It's bulky, it's constricting, and it's not your style. But you wear it because it's what you were taught to wear. Now imagine taking that coat off and realizing that underneath you were already dressed for your purpose. That's what aligned income feels like. It's the financial version of an exhale or just putting down what doesn't feel like it's yours. It's showing up and being seen and paid for who you really are. And this isn't just a cute idea. There is data to back it up. A study by Gallup found that people who use their natural strengths every day are 6 times more likely to be engaged in their work, 3 times more likely to report having an excellent quality of life, and they're significantly more productive and profitable. In other words, authenticity isn't just fulfilling, it's also effective. So, how do we begin creating aligned income? Let's talk about that, because the process isn't about quitting your job overnight and suddenly launching a 6-figure offer. It starts with getting honest. And step 1 is noticing what comes naturally to you. And the way that you can figure this out is by asking yourself questions, doing that self-inquiry that allows you to connect more with your intuition and your ability to truly see yourself. So some of these questions could be, what do I love doing even when I'm not being paid? What do people come to me for help with, advice on, or encouragement around? What do I lose time in because I'm in a state of flow? The answers to these questions for you, they are all clues. You don't need to monetize all of them, but you need to pay attention to them because aligned income starts with self-awareness. So here's a real life example. Let's say you're obsessed with organizing, systems, or visual planning. You might not think that that's valuable, but there are millions of creatives and business owners who would pay you to help structure their chaos. There's always someone looking for what you find to be easy. So step 2 is to own your story. And this one's big because your story is an asset. Your challenges, pivots, passions, and even your pain are a part of your brand. They create resonance. People don't buy perfection. They buy truth. They buy energy. And I feel like what's coming to me to share in this moment actually is we're seeing this a lot on social media where, I don't know about you guys, but I did share a post on my stories and asked for your feedback on this. If you've just felt exhausted by Instagram lately, feeling like the platform is definitely not what it used to be, posting photos of your lattes or cute views with like a little Valencia filter, it just felt so much more authentic back in the day. And now it seems to be this place where there's a lot of ads, the algorithm's a little bit all over the place, and it just feels like, oh, there's just so much content here that doesn't totally feel like what I want to see. And just yeah, think about that for a moment, because I think this is, again, the power of where we're shifting in our world. I think a lot of people are getting exhausted by Instagram. People are getting exhausted already by copy that they know is written by AI. People can tell, we can tell. And I'm not saying that, like, if you've been using that, like, it's great to use it as a tool. But what I'm saying is that there is an authenticity that comes through when someone's truly sharing their heart and when someone's sharing their truth, their personal story. And that, your story, is your superpower. So if you've navigated, for example, something that someone else might be stuck in, you are already a few steps ahead and you have something to share that is of value to them. So start there. You don't need a fancy funnel. You don't need a big message or a big announcement about it. Just start sharing in ways that you feel can provide value. And I'll give an example too. When I started my YouTube channel, I started it with this energy of sitting down to talk to the friends that I wish that I had. And I started to build a community from that energy. And I didn't start YouTube to make money or have a business or anything. I really started it because I was in this place of desiring connection in my life and just having fun and an outlet for creativity. And things blew up really fast. And I've seen that in clients that I've coached over the years, where when they align with their authentic message, their authentic truth, and share from that place, it's so incredibly magnetic. I mean, we all know it. We all know that there's just something so attractive in the sense that we get drawn to it or someone when they're speaking from their heart. So step 3, we want to turn your personal gifts into an offer of some kind. So this is where aligned income becomes real income. So take what you love, right? If you have an idea sparking, or it sparked even before this episode and it's been nudging at you, take what you're good at, take what you lived through, and ask, how can I help someone with this, right? So an offer could look like a one-to-one coaching offer. If you're a certified professional coach, it could look like a creative service, a workshop or digital product, a guide, ebook, or voice-led meditation, a community or membership. And then you price it based on value, not just hours. Because aligned income isn't about trading time for money. This is also how we begin to shift into the paradigm of working smarter, not harder, right? We are really eliminating the story that in order to make more money, we need to work more. Because the truth is, when you are well-resourced, when you are operating in your gifts, you make real magic happen. So, sharing value in a way that feels natural to you and helpful to someone else is incredibly potent. And just start small. Just offer one thing, let it evolve, let it be real, and see what happens. Just use this episode as a little nudge, a little push to get started. And let's talk a little bit about what stops people from perhaps making those moves. A first very common block I see within people is, I am not qualified. So the truth is that lived experience is a form of qualification. Of course, if you're someone who is desiring to work one-to-one with people as a coach or a practitioner of some kind, that most certainly requires certification, because you are working with people in vulnerable states, and there is extensive training for those things for a reason. But what I mean by I'm not qualified, if there is a particular art form, let's say that you're a painter, like one of my best friends, Lo, you may know her from the Lo and Zoe show and work that we've done in the past. Lo has built an incredible business called Love and Dots, where she teaches people how to paint mandalas. Lo, she, in her, previous same life, you know how when you have past chapters, it kind of feels like a previous life ago. She was an art teacher and she worked at a school, and then she shifted into being a coach for a while. And now she's actually built a beautiful business teaching people how to paint mandalas. Lo has experience being an artist, right? What we know through creativity and people who are artists, of course, we're all artists, is that something magic flows through them. If you look at Lo's mandalas, you know that she is a master, but she didn't go to, let's say, mandala mastery school because that doesn't exist, that I know of, anyways. She trusted herself and she's continuously grown and perfected her skills and abilities. And she knows how to teach. She knows how to break it down. She knows how to build online courses. So she didn't need to go to Mandala Mastery School because she is literally the one creating a Mandala Mastery School. So yeah, there's an example for you. Start now, learn as you go, stay in integrity, and know that that's enough. A second block that is very common is I'm scared of being seen. This is so real. And I would say this is one of the number one things that I support people through the Digital Nomad Academy. It is very common across the board, especially when people are deciding to share more vocally, whether that's through a podcast or YouTube or just online in general, starting to share more of who they are. Because aligned income often requires this level of visibility, sharing your truth in some capacity, showing your face perhaps, and that can feel incredibly vulnerable when we haven't built a comfort level with that. But here's what to remember. If this is a place of discomfort for you, you are not performing, you are offering. You're not saying, look at me. You're saying, I've got something that might help, and here it is if you need it. And when you come from that energy of being of service to the soul and souls who are out there who are looking for something that you're providing, that place of being of service just makes it a whole lot easier than the pressure of feeling like it's all on you to perform or behave or act in a certain way in order to receive. So let the mission be louder than the fear. Let your desire to be of service lead you. Now, a next block is, what if no one buys? So this fear stops a lot of dreams. But guess what? You can't sell what you don't share. Your job is to show up, serve, and invite. Not beg, not prove. Just invite with clarity, energy, and truth. It's kind of like, let's say, the energy of when I launch a digital course. It's like, I've got this really amazing thing that I've built that I'm proud of, that is so much fun, that's built an incredible momentum of a community like the Digital Nomad Academy. I've got this really incredible, valuable piece of, a course, a program, content on the internet that if you're interested in, you can come inside and you'll know if you feel that spark or that curiosity lit up in you. But I don't need to sit here and negotiate with people or try to convince someone to purchase it. They know if they're ready for that type of move for themselves. And those are the type of clients that I personally want to work with, and that I do trust that you want to work with too, are people who are excited. The people that come in and they're like, oh my gosh, Zoe, I did it. I made the leap. I'm so excited to make my dreams a reality. Oh my goodness. Like, I can't wait to carve out time to work through the modules each week and just really stay accountable to my dreams and goals becoming a reality. And this is also what I see with the clients that I attract for coaching and one-to-one or even my mastermind containers, is they all come from this place of excitement because they know the transformation that they're claiming ahead. And I truly believe that I create that space, I create that type of energy in my clients because I don't feel the need to persuade. I just let the people know, hey, I'm going to be doing this thing. You're invited. I would love to have you inside if you feel the call. And in that too, there's a message that you may not be for everyone, but you are for someone. So it's important that you're out there sharing authentically about what it is that you're offering, because that's how the right people find you. And there are souls out there who are already ready to work with you, to purchase your product or service, because you wouldn't, again, have this idea on your heart if it wasn't meant for you to walk out, meaning there wasn't souls in the world who are desiring what you have to offer. So this is what I want you to walk away with today. You are ready to begin right here, right now, by being more you. Aligned income is what happens when you stop asking yourself, what should I do to make money? And start asking, what's already inside of me that I could share, serve, and support others with? There is so much magic in that, and that is where true abundance is. That is where ease is. And if this episode resonated with you today and you're ready to go on a much deeper journey with creating aligned income and creating a life that you absolutely love, I would love to invite you into the Digital Nomad Academy. You can actually receive $500 off the pay in full right now with the code LEAP, L-E-A-P. And either way, there are payment plans, 6-month and 12-month payment plans that are very affordable to support you along this journey. The Digital Nomad Academy is 6 months of business mentoring and mindset coaching, and there is a ton of valuable bonuses in there. It is everything that I've learned about being a digital entrepreneur who has created different pivots over the last decade, and I share everything inside of this program. So the link will be down below. If there's any questions, you can reach out. And if you're feeling excited about it, I would love to have you inside. So links are in the show notes, and just keep following your dreams. Your dreams on your heart, they are not random. They are meant for you, and continue to align with your gifts and the possibilities for yourself and your life, because you truly deserve to live a life full of more fun, more freedom, and more finances. So have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon.